Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Thursday, November the 3rd, race number 3 at Woodbine. It is a two-life allowance with a $40,000 claiming option. These are two-year-old fillies going 6.5 furlongs on the Tapeta surface. Let's take a peek at this field. Scan the QR code for race of the day access on mobile. And Mike, the big favorite in this race, I would think, is going to be the 6, Fashionably Fab, who earned an 88 Beyer speed figure, winning a maiden race in her second lifetime start, and she was super impressive in doing it.
Yeah, very, very comfortable maiden win last time, right on the lead. The figure that she earned, I guess, the only question going into this race, Dan, is can she back it up? Because that figure makes her many, many, many lengths faster than her competition.
You could argue she could regress 20 points and still have clearly the best last Beyer speed figure in this race. Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector. Fashionably Fab was on the lead last time. She is expected to be on the lead again. Super Sinclair has speed, but is turning back in distance. And I don't think Golden Train can go with Fashionably Fab early.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I was actually a little surprised to see the red bar on this pace projector, Dan. I didn't necessarily feel like this was going to be a fast pace, but I guess we'll see.
Maybe the number 1 Silver Sign is a little bit dirtied up. She was entered for 25 in her career debut, and she rushed up from the inside to set a pressured pace, and she was pretty game to win. They threw her to the wolves against stakes horses on turf in her second lifetime start, and it certainly didn't work out. She's back to what I would think is her preferred surface. She draws inside again. Maybe she can get close to the pace.
Yeah, I think she does have a little bit of speed. I don't really care about her last race. I know her debut only got a 43, and so that has to be a little concerning. I liked everything about her debut, though. She didn't break that great from the rail, but she had really good speed to go up the inside, and the horse that she was sort of contesting the pace with for most of that trip was the 4-5 favorite who wound up finishing fourth. She put that horse away. She held off the closers in there. I really like this horse's debut.
The 2 Super Sinclair is stakes placed over course and distance. That was as a maiden in only her second lifetime start. She bounced right back out of that race to graduate going 7/8 of a mile on turf, and she ran in the Princess Elizabeth last time out, a race which had a solid enough pace. She was up close and had to be used from the far outside post, and then she dired. Class and distance relief, and it'll be really interesting to see if she can stay within range of the leader. Timeform US believes she does.
Yeah, I mean, I do think she has enough speed to do that. We'll see. Again, I didn't really expect this pace to be that fast, so I think it helps this horse and be into the inside. Maybe she could even make the lead in here, Dan. I could stay positive on her. I don't love her last race, but, it's a stakes race going long. The race before that was on turf, even though she won. The fastest race that she ran was the last time she sprinted on this surface.
The 3 is 6th anniversary. Now, she was a maiden winner over course and distance 3 starts back. She has faced winners twice in her career, both of them against the boys, both of them even performances. It doesn't appear like she has a lot of speed, so she's hoping Timeform US is right with that red bar scenario.
Yeah, it just feels like, she's going to have to find a way to take a pretty significant step forward, and maybe the class relief and getting back in with fillies will help her do that, Dan. She's sort of attained a level here so far. We've already seen her 6 times. And she's there are horses in here that are way more lightly raced than she is with more upside.
The 4 is More Gelato, and More Gelato has been beaten by a couple of these in the past, but I wonder if she's starting to figure the game out. She was a likable enough winner, albeit with a slow fig 2 starts back, and then last time out against males in her first start against winners, she was just sort of out-sprinted early. It looked like she was running on at the end of that race to finish 5th with a decent enough gallop out. She is improving. I think she can run late.
I agree. I do think that maybe she's finally starting to find some improvement, which she's going to have to do one more time, it feels like here. I can't say that I loved, in particular, Dan, the loss to Silver Sign, the horse down on the rail. That race 3 starts back. This horse, to me, overall had a pretty good trip in that race and was just sort of finishing evenly. And I want to see her, find a real kick in the stretch if I'm going to turn on her.
A gal for TJ is going to step up off of a maiden win. We're going to watch that performance right now. This was on October the 7th, going this 6.5 furlong distance. A gal for TJ was able to get to the lead, dropped down, actually came from off of the pace. The pace was solid enough. They went 23 for the first quarter, 23 for the half, and she's drawing off in the lane, comfortably best. I think she has to improve off this effort. The buyer came back only a 30.
Yeah, very slow figure for the win, and the start three back. The last time she was on this surface was even slower race than. I don't know. I just thought this horse was really hard to make a case for.
Fashionably Fab is up next, and this is the horse to catch. This is the horse to beat. Let's watch her most recent effort. Start number 2 of her career, the daughter of Silent Name, went right to the front and simply showed this field her heels. She's very late to change leads. She didn't even have to change leads. It's an 88 buyer. It's an 11-length demolition derby.
Yeah, she just even at this point in the race, and she's not even really trying. It doesn't look like she doesn't change her lead until the very end, but she didn't have to. I mean, she was just galloping through the stretch in that race with everybody far behind her. She even ran really well. I would argue that her debut effort will beat this field. That was a good performance against two horses that both came back to win.
Yeah, and she was favored over those horses. The word's been out on her since day one. The 7 is Canadian Sweetheart, a maiden winner going 6.5 in her most recent start. She showed some speed in that race. Let's watch Canadian Sweetheart. And I guess she went pretty quick. The first quarter mile, 23 flat. She opens up at just the right time. I think she's just better than these horses. 2 starts back, she was no match for Super Sinclair, but that race was on turf. Maybe this is a horse that's waking up at the right time.
Yeah, good performance here. I like this. This was clearly, in my opinion anyway, a step in the right direction. It's the best race she's ever run. They're going to come right into now, not, I don't want to say it's an easy spot because the horse to her inside could be really good, but she matches up very well with everyone else.
The last time Golden Train ran against fellow fillies, she went gate to wire in a maiden race 3 starts back. Like several other of these, she's been in against males in her races against winners. She has a little bit more tactical speed than the other 2 that have been in against males. Golden Train last time out, tired at 50 to 1. You can give her a little bit of a mulligan. I think she'll be up close, but whether being on a hard chase against a fast horse like Fashionably Fab is a good thing, that's debatable.
Yeah, agreed. Listen, the class relief is a good thing. Being drawn outside is a good thing. She's got a little bit of speed too. But like a lot of other horses in here, she just hasn't run a fast race.
This race kicks off the jackpot pick 6 at Woodbine, and we're going to take a look at our top selections. A single for most is going to be Fashionably Fab. She's going to be the shortest price on the tote board, and she's the most likely winner. I do wonder if More Gelato is slowly improving. She might be the only other horse I'd give a chance against. I like the way she closed a little bit last time out, and if this pace heats up, maybe she can come with a run.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be somebody's going to have to take a pretty big step forward. I have no interest in betting against the horse that's likely to be a significant favorite in here. I think she'll probably win. The only other horse I was interested in, again, was the 1.
Now, nice debut effort. Now back to synthetic. 6124 for Mike, 4672 for me. It is your Thursday race of the day. It's presented by DRF Bets. Good luck.